Hello students, in this class of ours we are going to study about three characters, that is electronegativity of elements, reactivity of non-metals and non-metallic character, and we are going to see precisely what happens to these three characters when we move across a period from left to right. So when we say electronegativity means what? See, it is the tendency of an element to gain an electron and become electronegative. That will start precisely from here. See, these elements are metals. They are supposed to lose electrons. This one is able to share electrons, and these are the ones that are going to gain electrons. So it is phosphorus onwards in this particular group which elements are trying to gain the electrons. And reactivity of non-metal also, these are the non-metals, and that also depends on gaining of electrons, and non-metallic character also is about gaining of electrons. So all these three characters we will club together on the tendency to gain an electron. Atomic number is 11, 12, 13, 14, and for this it is 15, 15, 15, 16 and 17. So electronic configuration is 281, 282, 283, 284, 285, 285, 286 and 287. In order to complete its octet, phosphorus needs to gain 3 electrons, and the number of protons that are present in the nucleus are 15. When you go to sulfur, the electron that needs to gain are 2. To complete the octet in third orbit, one atom of sulfur wants to gain 2 electrons, needs to gain 2 electrons, and the protons there are 16. So here the atomic charge is, rather I should say, the charge at the nucleus is more, and the number of electrons that it wants to gain are less in comparison with the phosphorus. So we can say sulfur is able to gain 2 electrons more easily in comparison with phosphorus is able to gain 3. Because the charge is greater at the nucleus of sulfur in comparison with phosphorus. So we can say sulfur is able to gain an electron, or rather 2 electrons more easily than phosphorus is able to gain 3 electrons. So element that is able to gain an electron more easily and become electronegative, that is more electronegative. So we can say sulfur is more electronegative than phosphorus. And reactivity of non-metals is also decided by this, how easily one element is able to lose an electron. Since sulfur is able to lose an electron more easily than phosphorus, so we say sulfur is more reactive non-metal than phosphorus. Also non-metallic character is decided by the one and same character, that is ability to gain an electron. Since sulfur is able to gain an electron more easily in comparison with phosphorus, so we say sulfur is more non-metallic than phosphorus. Similarly, once again we will compare it with the chlorine. Now this time the comparison will be between chlorine and sulfur. So we see here the number of protons are 17. Atomic number of an element is the number of protons that are present in the nucleus of one atom of that element. So when we say atomic number of chlorine is 17, we mean to say that when we look at the one atom of chlorine, in the nucleus of that there are 17 protons present. 17 protons, here 16 protons are present. This was to gain 2 electrons, this has to gain 1 electron. So we can see it that chlorine is able to gain an electron much more easily than sulfur is able to. The element that is able to gain an electron more easily is more electronegative, that is more non-metallic, and also that non-metal is more reactive. So we can say since chlorine is able to gain an electron more easily in comparison with sulfur, so we can say chlorine is more electronegative than sulfur, and chlorine is non-metal which is more reactive than another non-metal sulfur, and also we can say that chlorine is more non-metallic than sulfur. So this is how we have seen that when we move across a period into the periodic table from left to right, we see that electronegativity increases, reactivity of non-metals increases, also the non-metallic character increases. For now it is enough.